Hey everyone, welcome back to Cook the Books. I'm your host CJ, and today we're going to be breaking down the NBA playoffs Eastern Conference matchups for round 2. First off, we're going to be breaking down the Knicks versus Pacers series. This one, it's an old rivalry. We've seen this matchup. I think the last time that they matched up was in the 2013 playoffs. You know, the 90s, back in the day, Reggie Miller, all those guys, they would always be matching up in the playoffs. So this one's going to be a good one. When we're talking about this series overall, the Pacers have won 5 out of 8 series in this rivalry matchup. However, this is a new New York Knicks team, and it is going to be tough to beat these guys. Brunson is playing out of his mind right now. They've got great role players. They've got OG, Josh Hart. He's scoring the ball now. Dante. I mean, they've got some really good role players playing their part. And Hartenstein, he's been great since he stepped in earlier this season. He's been aggressive on defense. He can get some offensive boards. I mean, he does a lot of things well. He's not going to make it easy for the Pacers, who got a lot of those, easy dribble penetration buckets last series versus the Bucks. So things are going to definitely be tough for the Pacers to pull this one out. When talking about the Pacers, they got pretty lucky that they faced a banged up Bucks team. Giannis was out towards the end of the series. You dealing with injuries with Lillard. So, a lot of their key guys were out, not able to make an impact on that series. Indiana was able to pull it out. So congrats to them. They're on to the second round, but it is looking like the bus is going to stop here. This New York Knicks team is pretty good. And, the Pacers are a team that are very up and down. They're way too consistent of a team to make a really deep playoff run. They live and die by that 3-ball. And when it is not falling, it is not good news. And when we're talking about, them on the defensive side of the ball, during the regular season, they allowed the 4th most points in the paint. That is not going to be good for this series. And it's really just going to be a tough series for them overall. I guess the one bright spot that they do have is that they do roll about 9 deep compared to, the Knicks generally 7 or 8. So, they have a little bit more depth. So if the series does go, 5, 6, 7 games, they might have the slight advantage just because they have more depth. So guys won't be as tired. But overall, Knicks have the advantage in this one. They are the betting favorite at a minus, 290? Yeah, minus 290 for the outright series win. And we expect the Knicks to take control early in this series and win their first 2 home games, go up 2-0, and, they should be able to close it out in about, we'd say probably 5 games, 6 maybe max, but probably 5 games, and you'll see this one done. We are going to be going with the Knicks and 5. And when it comes to betting on this series, like I said, minus 290 for the outright winner, not something we're interested in. So instead, we're going to be taking a look at the series spread, and for minus 140, you can get the Knicks to win this series by at least 2 games. So if you like Knicks to win in 5 and 6, that's the pick to go with, minus 1.5, and that's going to be at a minus 140 on FanDuel. You can get that right now. And then taking a look at the other series that's going on in the Eastern Conference, we're going to be taking a look at the Boston Celtics taking on the Cleveland Cavaliers. This series, I mean, if you look at the betting odds for this series, the Celtics are a minus 3,000 favorite to win the series. Completely lopsided. They have no confidence that the Cavaliers are going to get anywhere close to winning the series. A lot of people have them, getting swept, or winning, or the Celtics winning this series 4-1, something in that fashion. But even betting that, looking at the series spread, the spread on this series is minus 3.5, and that's at a plus 180. So, and even if you were going to take the Cavaliers there at a minus 225, not something I'm interested in. But just breaking down the series as a whole, the Cavs just got done wrapping up a 7-game series. So the Celtics have the advantage in terms of rest. One big thing that does stand out, however, is that Porzingis is still out and he's expected to miss the entire series. So that is a big loss for Boston, especially because the Cavaliers have 2 great big men in Jared Allen and Evan Mobley. So, dealing without Porzingis, that is not going to be good for them. But they do have enough talent to, overcome that. And they still got the old man Al Horford kicking it, so he's actually been pretty decent in these playoffs so far. But when talking about this Cavs team, they rely on their defense, getting in your face, being very aggressive. But bad news for them is that the Celtics are the exact same way. So, I mean, it's going to be a dogfight. It's not going to be much of a fight because the Celtics are they have more talent. They're the overall better team. And, and everyone expects them to come out on top. Obviously, a minus 3,000 betting favorite is pretty insane. But I mean, talking about the Cavaliers, at least Donovan Mitchell, he's going to do his thing, but that's kind of how the Celtics have played it all year. They let Donovan Mitchell do his thing and they shut down everybody else around him. Because I don't care who you are. I mean, unless you're Wilt Chamberlain, no one's scoring 100 points on you. And the rarity of that happening, I mean, it's not a feasible thing. So they're going to let, Donovan Mitchell get his, but everyone else is going to be neutralized and just taken out of the game. So it'll be all on Mitchell. And we already know Mitchell, kind of a streaky shooter up and down. I mean, if you bet on him anytime during the season, one game he'll drop 40. Next game he's shooting 5 of 19. So we're not expecting much competition in this series. The Celtics, clear betting favorite here. They've just got too many weapons. So, if you are going to bet on this series, I would say the only thing that you really can bet on at an anyway decent price is the -3.5 spread. Basically, you're betting for Boston to sweep. But if that's a +180. But if that does not interest you, then probably just stay away. Because even if you are expecting them not to sweep and go over to 5 games and maybe they win 4-1, even that, the over/under on the amount of games in the series, it's set at 4.5, and the over to go just to 5 games is -240. So we're expecting about either a sweep or a 4-1 win here for Boston, and it's really not bettable. So I'd probably stay away from this one, but that's at least the breakdown on the matchup. But that is our breakdown on the Eastern Conference matchups. We will have another video breaking down the 2 series in the West. So if you guys are interested in that, subscribe to the channel. We do free picks pretty much every single day. But yeah, guys, that's our preview for the Eastern Conference matchups. And if you want more picks on each individual game, go ahead and follow us over on X, and we'll be dropping some picks over there. Like, comment, subscribe, all things to help the channel grow. And as always, let's cook the books.